we'll pick. So definitely any questions you have, whether they're good questions or any kind of question, feel free to ask them. But yeah, the two best questions will be getting rewards at the end, 500 BOMB each. Oh, mute my other phone. Questions or any kind of question, feel free to ask. Sorry about that. All right, so let's get started. First, I want to let everybody know I just actually created a new Galaxy campaign. It's a $50 giveaway for just following our socials. I'm just going to post the link to that in the chat so everybody can get started on that. This is one where we're going to run this till the end of April, and we'll just pick Galaxy will pick 2 winners of 25 USDT each. But really simple requirements on this. Just follow us on Twitter and retweet and like a post. Actually, I'll just pull that up right now just to show you guys. There it is right here. So already got 113 people in this one, and you can see it's all really basic stuff. You don't need a Galaxy passport for this one. We're letting everybody join in on this one. Welcome, everybody. Let's go. Nice sunglasses. Hey, welcome. Let's go. All right, so guys, don't forget, for anybody that just joined, ask questions anytime throughout the AMA. I'll definitely be sure to see them and put them on the screen and answer them to the best of my ability. No questions are off limits. And again, the 2 best questions will earn 500 BOMB each at the end of the AMA. So let's get into it. So today what I want to talk about is, firstly, the Galaxy campaign that we've been running this month, the impact of the campaign, and kind of just marketing overall. Then I want to talk a lot about veBOMB. The benefits of veBOMB, why, the veBOMB difference, what makes it different from a lot of other staking, offerings from other protocols. And then I'm going to go into strategy about, general strategy for the entire BOMB money protocol. Sorry, I was just reading a question. I got sidetracked there. General strategy for the entire BOMB protocol, but also heavily related to veBOMB, because that should be a big part of everybody's strategy in BOMB money. It's definitely sunny in Toronto. Yeah, I'm actually not wearing my usual BOMB uniform because my hoodie is it's way too hot in my place to wear that right now. So sorry that I'm out of uniform. All right, we got a question already. Could you explain the diminishing veBOMB as the lock timer runs down? Is the veBOMB still there at the end to claim out, or is it burn veBOMB rewards? Okay, so I guess I'll answer this one real quick. I'm going to get into the exact workings of veBOMB, but this is a pretty basic question I can answer for you. And it's a good question. So this is currently the top question at the moment. So, so let's look at veBOMB here. So the question is saying, as the lock timer runs down, the diminishing veBOMB. So the way that veBOMB works is very simple, right? So let's look at my position here. 171,000 BOMB locked is 167,000 veBOMB. And you can see every 3-second block that number is ticking down. The way that this works is, and you can see that my lock is 357 days. Actually, I can extend this. Let me just do that. And this is what I recommend everybody else to do. As soon as your unlock date is 357 days away, that's when you can extend it. And, you're going to see my veBOMB balance is going to jump back up a lot closer to 171,000, right? So there you go. So I'm only 300 short now of my total staked. So, and you're going to see it's going to keep ticking down, right? Because the way that it works is your veBOMB is exactly the same as your staked BOMB, only if you're locked for exactly 1 year, right? So every single block, you're closer to your unlock date, and you're further from being at exactly 1 year locked. So even though I just extended it, I'm still not at exactly a full year, right? And that's why I don't have exactly 171,000 here. So it's perfectly normal for this number to just keep ticking down. So when you extend the lock, you boost the veBOMB back up to right near your total staked BOMB. So I think that answers the first part of your question. Let me get the second part now. Is the veBOMB still there at the end to claim? Okay, so the way that this works is you can claim rewards once per day, right? So this is exactly 5 days of rewards for me. You can claim it every day, though. I just haven't been bothering. So when you claim your rewards, nothing happened, right? You just get the rewards, and the next day there's going to be more rewards there to claim. If you want to withdraw your BOMB, the thing is you can't keep extending the lock like I just showed you, right? So your lock would keep, your unlock date would keep coming closer and closer and closer. And every time, every block, you're going to have less veBOMB. So your rewards are going to be lower. So even at the current APR, over the course of a year, I'm going to get 5.6 times the value of my BOMB. So the amount of rewards I would lose by not extending the date is going to be vastly greater than the BOMB I can redeem at the end of the lock, if that makes sense. So there's no burning going on. There's, veBOMB is just simply a representation of how much staked BOMB you have based on your unlock date. If that's not clear, let me know and I'll try to explain it better. But good question. Let's try to answer a couple more questions real quick here. Website's very slow and often has errors. How can you try it, especially in terms of security? I mean, the website's, all of our contracts are bulletproof, right? They're all, forked from very battle-tested contracts, and anything that we've done ourselves has been, a fairly basic contract that I'm extremely confident in. We've never had a single security issue in over 2 years of operating. So security is really not a concern, but everything is open source. So you can feel free to check the contracts yourself if you like. Website being very slow and has errors. I mean, the BSC RPCs have been really bad lately, like last day or two. And, veBOMB is fairly new, but we just, I just did some big improvements to it over the last day or two to make it a lot easier to, basically see your rewards and just kind of to make it easier to interact with and understand. I know our DApp is not perfect. It is based on a little bit of an older framework. So it definitely can use some improvements in terms of like Web3 connectivity, but I think a lot of the problems are coming from BSC directly, which there's not much that we can do about that, unfortunately. Hope that answered your question. Okay, let's get this question. All right, this looks like one trying to win the 500 BOMB, but let's see. What are the long-term ethical implications of creating a platform like XBomb Money where users essentially gamble with cryptocurrency, potentially leading to significant financial gain or loss? I'm not super well versed. I mean, how do I answer this question? I mean, essentially what we've created with BOMB Money is a very transparent and clear way of, how the whole ecosystem operates. And, there's a lot of different options out there in terms of, crypto dApps and different earning potentials. And there's a couple of things that, make us stand apart from a lot of the other options out there. And again, I mentioned transparency. I think transparency is a really big differentiating factor with us. Like I said, ask us any questions. I'm not going to, hold back on, answering any of them. But essentially, buying any cryptocurrency is a risky thing to do. For someone that cannot tolerate any risk, they probably shouldn't be in crypto at all. But in terms of people that do want to participate and do understand the ups and downs of crypto, we're doing our very best to make it a lucrative platform where, hopefully many people can make a lot of money with it. And our first time, the original BOMB Money made a lot of people a lot of money. I had 7 or 8 different people come to me and tell me that I made them millionaires. So looking to repeat that this cycle. Okay. Some of these questions, I feel like I'm going to be spending the entire AMA answering them. Just looking over. Yeah. Oh, if you deleted them. Okay. Yeah, they still show up in StreamYard here, or the platform that I'm using. But okay. If I have more time at the end, I'll see if I can answer some of those other questions. Anyways, let me get back to, but again, feel free to keep the questions coming. Where was I? So veBOMB, I was answering a question about veBOMB. All right. So let's go back to, so again, yeah, the Galaxy giveaway, you can win up to $25. There's going to be 2 winners. I posted the link already. Feel free to join that. And now let's talk about the current Galaxy campaign for veBOMB and the impact that it's had and just marketing overall. So let's jump over to that. So we had a great turnout. Let's pull this up. Yeah, I get to see the admin panel over here. So here's our campaign group. So we had this campaign group. I actually took one of the campaigns out. This is our initial campaign here, the get 50 free bomb. This originally only had a limit of 1,000 participants, but when it really started taking off about 2 days ago, I decided to remove the limit. I didn't think it was going to be as wildly popular as it became. So, originally we only had 250,000 bomb allocated for rewards. And, when I woke up the next morning after removing that cap, that bomb was already all gone. And, then we went through another 700,000 bomb or so, over the next 12 hours from that point. So it was wildly successful. We had strong requirements to make sure that, we didn't get botted. And it's been a great success. I mean, obviously some people that got their free tokens just sold them, which is to be expected. It's not the smartest thing to do with the tokens, but, people are free to do whatever they like. We had over 5,600 people participate in this, which again is really great considering that you have to have either, the Gitcoin passport or the Galaxy passport. So that's great participation. Really happy with that. And the 2 other campaigns that were part of that group. Sorry if I'm looking over to the left. That's where the screen is. So if we look at the campaign group, let's just go right into it. Over 900 participants on the 500 free bomb. And that's one that, again, required you to, have one of the passports. So we know there's no bots involved and they're all individual people. Plus you had to interact with 4 different aspects of the ecosystem. So, and I forgot to mention on that first campaign, you also had to do a quiz about bomb. Like there was a lot of requirements on that really made sure that you understood the protocol. And, so it really got a lot of people involved in bomb. Actually, let me show you something else first before I go into this. So some of the impact that we got with that first campaign is, so this is the reward contract where people are claiming their bomb out of. I actually just threw a bit more bomb in there. I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but 5,500 transactions. Like that's just crazy. Like this contract had, maybe 15 or 20 interactions before, 36 hours ago. Let's take a quick look at the total bomb claimed. All right, so that's 1,084,000 bomb, and that's, I know this doesn't make sense to you guys, I'm sure, but just because of, I just had some stats built into the contract that I could check. But yeah, almost 1.1 million bomb claimed, and that's 5,364 claims. So it's pretty crazy how much participation we got on this. Let me quickly see if there's any questions here. What's a good strategy to expand to the bomb on ecosystem from rewards gained in veBOMB? I'm going to get into that in the strategy. That's one of the main things I want to talk about, a strategy. So I'll address that question there. Remind me if I forget. It is a bombastic question indeed. Is it crucial to do the Galaxy passport? So if you want to participate in some of our giveaways and some of our, higher tier campaigns, I'd say it's just worth getting overall anyways, because a lot of the Galaxy campaigns from us and other protocols are going to require stuff like that. So I think it's good to get. But yeah, definitely if you want to participate in any of our good giveaways, we're going to require that. Alrighty. So we had really great participation on the rewards. I mean, if we look at veBOMB, veBOMB has over 1 million bomb locked in it now. Actually, we can just look at that here. This number just keeps climbing, which is incredible. So we have, almost 1.1 million locked in veBOMB. I'm going to get into everything related to veBOMB soon. But yeah, it's great. Our BOMB holders have over doubled in the last day and a half. So again, that's a lot, obviously due to the giveaway, but just incredible numbers there. So, obviously the BOMB chart went down a little bit due to the giveaway. Some people just dump their tokens right away. I guess they're like the airdrop hunter type guys that are just looking for a quick dollar. Definitely it's not the way to earn the maximum amount from this giveaway, but so temporarily the BOMB chart went down a little bit, but all these other metrics increasing is overall going to be extremely bullish for the ecosystem and the whole protocol. And again, I'll get a lot more into that when I talk about strategy and veBOMB specifically. But yeah, okay, so back to this, so our second campaign, which was the bigger reward campaign, 500 free BOMB. Basically people needed to use all kinds of different aspects of the ecosystem. And, obviously we verified they're a real person, and, we had almost 1,000 participants on that. And this campaign is still open for anybody that wants to still do this. Even if you didn't get a chance to do the first campaign, it doesn't cost much to buy the BOMB required to complete these steps. So it's still very worth doing, even if you didn't get that first amount of free BOMB. And then the real beauty here is the, over 230 participants in this one. This is the one where, so this doesn't really have that many requirements. The only requirements are just having veBOMB that's locked for a minimum of 6 months and holding over 500 veBOMB. So there's been some confusion about, what does that mean to have 500 veBOMB? Well, that's the number that you see right here, right? So, and because it's impossible to lock for exactly a year, you got to put something like 510, 515 or so BOMB, and then lock it for the max duration, and that'll give you more than 500 veBOMB. Some people have asked, when I redeem this, why does it go right to veBOMB? Well, the reward for this is veBOMB. You are getting BOMB, but you're getting BOMB that we, for you, add to your veBOMB position, right? Like if I'm just going to pull up some random one here just to show you guys. So, any of these 1,000 bombs are always veBOMBs. So sorry if this is your wallet. I'm just doing it as a demo. But you can see that the 1,000 BOMB goes from the reward contract to the user, then from the user to the veBOMB contract. That's just the way that we had to do it, because for veBOMB to make a deposit, the tokens had to come from the user. So this is nothing bad. This is just the way that we had to go about setting up to give you your free 1,000 BOMB for veBOMB. So yeah, overall, anybody that participated here, if you got into the first campaign, you got 1,500 veBOMB locked without having to spend anything, and that's going to earn you great money over the next year and beyond that. So I think that's about all I wanted to talk about in terms of this campaign. What else do I have open here? Yeah, I think that was about it. Actually, real quick, did anybody want me to demo the XBomb and veBOMB? I guess I got a new account ready for it. I can do that. Where did I put that? Where is that account? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's just do this real quick. That's not the right account. There we go. Okay, so brand new account. This account's never done anything. I did just send it a little bit of BOMB. It's got 500 BOMB. So let's approve. So I guess you guys can't see this right now, but so the approve window just came up asking how much I want to approve. And I'm just going to press next without changing the number. It's important you don't change that number, because our DApp, I know it's not the most modern way to do it now, but our DApp, it checks that you have a max approval done. And that's how it will let you deposit veBOMB. So if you adjust that number lower, this approve button is not going to go away. So just make sure that you submit that with that same amount that it suggests, and then you'll see it will approve. And just to speed things up, I'm going to refresh the page so I don't have to wait for this to go away. And there you go. So that's it. Easy as that. I'll do the same thing for XBomb real quick. Approve, make sure it's the max amount. Don't change the number. Approve it. Head on over to veBOMB. Let's put a 200 BOMB in for a max lock. And while that's processing, let's go do XBomb. Oh, it's not done yet. There we go. Let's do the other Let's do 200 BOMB here as well. Okay, so as you can see, my 200 BOMB on a max lock, it got a little bit less than 200 veBOMB because we're at 364 days. So I hope that's clear to everybody how that all works. And again, just like with my veBOMB position I was showing you guys, you know, the veBOMB amount is going to tick down every block very slightly. And then, you know, once you're at 357 days, you're able to increase that back up. And the XBomb is done also. So there's the demo of how to get into veBOMB and XBomb. Anybody have any questions about that? I haven't seen any chat come in quite a while. Hopefully it's still working. All right, let's move on then. So let's talk about veBOMB. What is veBOMB? Why is veBOMB special? And we'll get into some strategies after that. So veBOMB veBOMB is not a new vested escrow tokens like VE tokens are not a new concept, right? It's something that's been around a little while, and typically they're used as a governance token and a reward share token, or some kind of reward token. Oftentimes the reward would be the same token as what you deposit. So, in those cases, it would be like deposit BOMB for veBOMB and get BOMB. We're doing it a little bit differently. B2 shares are reward token on the entire protocol. Right. So we are doing B2 share rewards for BOMB. Now, I'll have to explain briefly just how, kind of how the whole protocol works in a nutshell, just so that everybody can understand this. Is that the best thing to do? I don't want to get too confusing. Okay, let's start with this. So veBOMB is going to earn you B2 share rewards. And I'll get into the details a bit later, but essentially B2 shares go up in value when the BOMB price is close to peg. It's dropped a little bit right now because of the giveaway, short-term drop. When this gets close to 1.0, which really doesn't take that much money to get there, it's, I don't know, 50,000 last time I checked. It might be slightly more, slightly less than that right now. I'm not exactly sure. But really in the world of crypto, especially in a bull market, that's really like basically peanuts. So, and with veBOMB, veBOMB rewards are based on the value of B2 share. This is the lowest B2 share has been in a long time, just because, BOMB has been dropping with the giveaway, and there's been some downward pressure on the tokens, but B2 share was over $200, and it was, typically hovering in the 30 to 50 range, before the last couple of weeks. So, having a 600% APR with a 350 B2 share, B2 share, if, when BOMB is consistently over peg, which, with veBOMB being as great as it is, and people getting BOMB to go into veBOMB to earn these B2 shares, that in itself is going to move the price of BOMB up. It moves the BOMB peg closer to where it needs to be. And that's going to make B2 share go back to the high levels that it's always been at before, right? So, just B2 share doing a 10x, which is, it's not that long ago, it was that high, and it could easily get there again. It doesn't take much money for it to get there. This would be 6,000% APR, right? And the recent high was like $240, which, basically these rewards would be absolutely bonkers, as soon as B2 share gets back to those levels. So it kind of creates a whole cycle, right? Where, guys are jumping into veBOMB to earn B2 shares. That's bringing strength to BOMB, which pushes up the B2 share price, which makes the rewards that much more juicy on veBOMB. So now more guys want to get into veBOMB, pushing the price up more. And then you have some guys that aren't going to want to lock tokens, and they're just, there's other guys that just want to buy B2 shares. Some guys just really like speculating on B2 shares. So, anytime BOMB is getting closer to peg, B2 share just rockets. And you'll see in the Telegram chat that, almost every message there is a B2 share buy, right? So it's really a great thing for veBOMB holders when B2 shares go higher, right? Because your rewards are worth more. So it's, the way to look at it is, if everyone buys B2 shares, things don't work out because the price of BOMB is too low, right? But people just want that 100x on B2 shares. That's why people do that. But really the smart thing to do is to buy BOMB, get into veBOMB, and then let the other guys buy the B2 shares to pump up the price of your reward token, right? And then you win in the end because you took a low risk investment on BOMB because it's a very stable price token compared to other things or compared to even our other tokens. So you get that stability and you get all the upside of the B2 share with your rewards, right? And actually, just to answer this question now, what is a good strategy to expand into the BOMB ecosystem from rewards gain veBOMB? So there's a lot of options for that, but for one, B2 share, like if you want to take profits, B2 share is a good token to take profits in. So that's one thing that you can do with it. But the smart way to do this, especially at the beginning of a bull market, and you'll make exponentially more money if you compound, right? So the way that you can compound with your veBOMB rewards is you take your B2 shares and you throw them in the boardroom. So what happens in the boardroom is you put your B2 shares in, and when BOMB is over that 1.01 level, like a little bit over 1.0, 4 times a day, this will spit out new BOMB, right? You get BOMB rewards here. And that BOMB, you can compound right back into your veBOMB position. And you can just see it's going to be a crazy cycle that's going to make your rewards go through the roof, right? The boardroom has to be over BOMB peg time weighted average price has to be over 1.01. So putting B2 shares here right now, it's a good place to store them if, because I personally wouldn't be selling B2 shares at this price. But it's a great place just to throw your B2 shares in the meantime. And once BOMB regains peg, which is over 1.01, then you'll get all kinds of new BOMB that you can then cycle back into veBOMB or any of the other aspects of our ecosystem, like our farms or anything else. Great question. Plans to get BOMB back to peg. Everything that I do is to get BOMB back to peg. I hope to cover that question just overall in this AMA. Throughout everything that everything that I'm talking about is basically part of the plan to get back to peg. How would you introduce BOMB money in simple terms to our newcomers, Aaron? Well, the thing is that, to understand all the aspects of BOMB, it's quite intricate, right? So for newer people, I'd recommend getting to like one of our safer, high earning aspects of the ecosystem, such as veBOMB, and start earning great rewards there. I mean, that's no matter how new or experienced you are, I think that's the best place to put money into the ecosystem right now. So, get into veBOMB, let those B2 shares start accumulating there, and just read the docs, hang out in the Telegram, see the excitement that comes into the Telegram once we get closer to peg, which I'm sure is around the corner, right? So I would just recommend it, to do something simple while you can learn the ropes of everything else. Hope that answers that question. All right. So, yeah, any questions about veBOMB or how it works, or cycling rewards or anything related to that before I move on? After how many days does the date button activate again to extend the staking time on veBOMB? So I believe I have it set that as soon as it says 357 days, it'll let you extend it. I believe that's how I have it set. Yeah, because basically, like, it will give you an error if you try to extend it, and if there's not an actual week that you can extend it, it gives you an error. So just to make it a bit more user friendly, I disabled the button if there's not a week available. Great question. Hey guys, make sure to smash that like button and ask any and every question you can think of that's relevant. All right, so that's veBOMB. Again, feel free to bring any questions about veBOMB up. That's the main thing that we're talking about here. So, oh yeah, so now what I want to talk about is just the veBOMB difference. I already started getting into this. So I already talked about a lot, so I'm just going through my notes here. Okay, we got a question here that I'll handle. Please, could you explain the associated taxes, if any? If whales buy up B2 shares, is there any anti-dump mechanisms in place? So I don't believe in taxes. None of our tokens have taxes. If whales buy up B2 shares, you should all be happy. It's the best thing that could happen. It's B2. When people buy B2 shares, they're not typically buying it to just swing trade. It's usually they're buying it because they want to stake it in the boardroom. You can see the Boardroom APR is 3,700%. Although, that's a bit, you can't directly compare that to like the veBOMB APR because this pays you every day, no matter what, right? Boardroom only pays you when BOMB is over peg. So if BOMB is over 1.01 and it's staying there, then you can kind of compare those numbers. But no, the Boardroom does pay really great rewards when it's over that peg level. So whales that are buying B2 shares, they're buying it to put into the Boardroom typically. So it's, any big B2 share buys are buys that we like. But there's no anti-dump mechanisms in place. I'm not a big believer in restrictions. I want people to be able to do things with our tokens, whenever they want to. And I don't want people to second guess buying our tokens because we have taxes or there's different measures in place that are going to restrict what they're able to do. So that's the reasoning behind that. Let me just quickly skim over these notes to see what else I want to talk about in terms of veBOMB. So something else. So I know some people were a little bit concerned about locking the token for a year. And I'm just going to explain real quick why that shouldn't be an issue, right? Or like why that's okay in the way that our system works. So BOMB being a peg token, the price is basically like not capped, but it's not likely to go way above like being at 1.0 peg, which is like a 3x from here. So like, it'd be about at peg, it'd be about 7 cents right now. So at 7 cents, it can definitely go above 7 cents, but it's the chances of it going to like $1 or $2 is almost zero, right? Because as soon as it goes over 7 cents, because that's 1 million to 1 with the current Bitcoin price. We mint new BOMB in the Boardroom when BOMB is over that price. So BOMB is designed to stay around that price. So it's not like you're going to be sitting on this token that went from 2 cents to $10 that you want to sell, right? It's not going to happen. What could happen, or what's likely to happen, is the B2 shares are the ones that have that rocket potential, and that's what you're earning, right? So right now is the time to accumulate those B2 shares rewards from veBOMB and throw them in the Boardroom, get them ready for when the Boardroom starts printing. And, when the whales jump into B2 share, that's the time to take some profits, right? So it shouldn't be a big concern that your BOMB are getting locked up based on the great rewards that are going to come out of that, in the future or even right now. Let's answer some questions here. Aaron, most Galaxy users just seem like free money hunters. Are you confident these campaigns are positively contributing to the ecosystem? Sorry, can't talk today. Well, it's a valid concern, and I understand where you're coming from. And I'll say I'm not positive about anything yet, just because we haven't really seen the long-term effects. But anything in marketing is really, you can have as much data, as possible, but you really never know exactly what the results are going to be. So you got to take chances sometimes. And from everything that I've seen so far, well, there is a good chunk of them that are just, free money hunters. That was to be expected, but the way that the campaign was set up, and I've learned a few things setting up this campaign for, I'll be able to set up future campaigns in a better way where there'll be less dumps of BOMB, and, the rewards will, be spread among more users so that we can get more participation for the same amount of rewards. But overall, I'm really happy with it. Some of the things that I already showed, such as the BOMB holders doubling, all the extra funds that are in veBOMB. We had 600,000 veBOMB or 600,000 BOMB staked into veBOMB, and now we're almost at 1.1 million. And the vast majority of that came from Galaxy users, right? So now that's 250, 300 new people that now have a vested interest in the BOMB ecosystem. Once they see, what the rewards are looking like, especially as things start to move back up, in terms of the BOMB price, the B2 share price, that's hundreds and hundreds of users that are now seeing these great rewards. They're going to tell their friends about it. They're probably going to buy more BOMB to increase their veBOMB position. They're going to get some, get their B2 shares into the boardroom. And, again, it's impossible to say exactly what the outcome is going to be, but overall, I'm really happy with how things have been looking. And again, I'm always open to suggestions if anybody has ideas of other ways to, raise awareness and gain momentum. But I think that, Galaxy's working out great so far from everything that I've seen. Great question. I'll just say in terms of technical issues, we answer these nonstop in the Telegram. It's working for thousands of users. So let's not take up that time on the stream. We'll answer that stuff in the Telegram. I'm not ignoring you. It's just, it's not a good use of stream time. Is there any limit amount of stake veBOMB? There is no limit. If you have the BOMB, you can deposit it to veBOMB. So I think that's what we'll start to see in the near future, is that once people see what these rewards are looking like, we're going to get a lot of BOMB buys that are going to flow right into veBOMB, right? Yeah, so it's no limit at all. Thanks for the kind words, man. Really appreciate it. Could you explain the XBomb, please? How it is working and why we could benefit from it? Thanks. Sure. So XBomb is a little bit like veBOMB. Not really, actually. It's kind of. So the way that XBomb works is you deposit BOMB. So you can see from my demo here, I deposited 200. I'll zoom in a bit. I deposited 200 BOMB, which was equal to 123 XBomb. So XBomb is actually a token that you could send other people. It's like an actual ERC20 compatible token. It's basically just a receipt token that you get for depositing into XBomb staking. This has no lock. You can withdraw it anytime that you want. And XBomb gets great rewards when BOMB is over peg. So when BOMB is over 1.01, when the boardroom is paying out, that's when XBomb is paying out. So right now, again, this is similar to the boardroom, right? Like it shows the APRs based on historic data, but when we're not printing, so when BOMB is under that peg level, this is not getting rewards. But yeah, once we get over peg in the near future, this is going to be another great place to put BOMB. And again, if you don't, for example, just say that you're really compounding hard in the ecosystem. You got a bunch of veBOMB, you're putting that into the boardroom. You're putting your B2 share rewards into the boardroom. You're getting BOMB out of the boardroom. I definitely suggest putting a bunch of that back into veBOMB, because I expect that to be one of the highest paying aspects of the ecosystem well into the future. But if you don't want to have all of your BOMB locked, then you can put some into XBomb or some of the other options that we have, like the farms or the BOMB single staking on BOMB Max, which I'm sure a lot of you guys saw just by doing the second Galaxy campaign there. This is the BOMB single staking, BTCB single staking. Here's our auto compounding vaults. So a lot of things that you can do with BOMB. Hope that answered your question. What can make us confident this project will continue to run and grow up? You have the full dedication of the team. We have a lot of experience in the space. BOMB hit 40 million TVL last bull market, and I think that we can do it again. And yeah, we've learned a lot in the last couple of years, and we've made, a lot of the things that we've learned, we've already started to implement. And yeah, I mean, we're just, we're going to work around the clock 24 hours a day and not get any sleep, and, do whatever needs to get done to make things work. So, but yeah, I mean, if you have any other more detailed questions, I'd be happy to answer, but I think that covers that one. Oops. A new chat came in, made me click the wrong one. Do you have a chance to make the staking period 5 to 10 years for those who want to earn more? So that's actually one of the differences with us, right? Like the other VE tokens are typically like a 2-year lock or a 4-year lock. Ours is 1 year. I figured it'd be less scary for people to have to, lock in for 1 year as opposed to locking in for, for 4 years. So I think that having the max earning potential on a 1-year lock makes a lot of sense. And I can't really change that now anyways. I mean, we could redeploy stuff, but yeah, not really worth it. But good question. You give very descriptive answers, my friend. Thank you. I try my best. Thanks a lot for the kind words. Are you planning to open more stake pools for more earnings, Aaron? For stake pools, like BOMB is the focus of the whole ecosystem, really. So veBOMB is going to be the center stage in terms of staking pools, I guess. I mean, XBomb is going to be incredible once BOMB starts printing again. But we also have farms, and then we have other things that relate to the farms. So if you want to, farm with the BOMB BTCB pair, we have options for that. And we also have additional B2 shares that we haven't allocated to reward pools yet. So we're not in any huge rush. We already have the 25,000 25,000 B2 share for veBOMB over the next 12 months. And, we already allocated 15,000 B2 share for these two farms for a 6-month period. So I believe there's still approximately 15 to 20,000 B2 shares approximately that are still able to be allocated to some kind of rewards, which, I mean, some of that's definitely going to have to be used to extend, our liquidity pool farms. So, because this is going to end 6 months after February. So what is that? August or something. So we'll definitely have to use some of those B2 shares for additional farms for LPs, but yeah, I mean, we'll definitely have more options to earn B2 shares. Nice answer, sir. This project looks good. Have a plan listed on big platform trading. Yeah, I mean, once the liquidity grows more and we get more volume, I'd love to do that. I know that they charge fees. So it's, we've got to make sure that our volume and the gain that we get out of it is worth the hefty fees they charge. So, but yeah, there's definitely plans for that in the future. Any NFT on the horizon for veBombers? So because we're making veBOMB such a big focus of the ecosystem, I don't want to say we're necessarily going to have NFTs for veBombers, but anything that we do in the future is going to benefit, veBOMB holders. So some examples of that could be if we start a new protocol, we're going to airdrop the tokens to the veBOMB holders, right? We might decide to add BOMB rewards for veBOMB also. Where you're earning B2 share and BOMB from veBOMB, we could do that. There's really no limit to what we can do with veBOMB. It's really powerful because it keeps historical data on everybody's veBOMB holdings. So we could always say, on this specific day, just say June 1st, 2024, that's the cutoff date. Whatever veBOMB you have on that date, we're going to do an airdrop based on holdings on that date. And it's really easy for us to reference that. Even once that date passes, the contract stores all that data historically. So there's really unlimited potential in terms of what we can do there. And that is a big plan going forward, is to, so I know a lot of you new guys, you're probably not familiar with our past. We had BOMB chain, which is our own blockchain that used BOMB as a native token. And, once all this veBOMB stuff cools down, that's one of the major things I'm going to be looking into in the future, because we got a lot of interest, and our BOMB token did really well. The whole ecosystem really picked up when we launched the original BOMB chain. Unfortunately, we were partnered with Anchor for that, and the chain didn't end up meeting all of our needs, so that didn't really pan out. And it was in the middle of the bear market, so that wasn't great. But no, I mean, a lot of people have expressed interest in having a BOMB chain V2, and that's something that I'm definitely actively looking into. We got a couple different choices for that, and I've played around with all the different choices, and I'm really familiar with them. So it's something that I definitely think we'll be seeing this year. And I think, probably all the tokens for that will be, given to veBOMB holders. So, it's basically my mission to make sure that people that are willing to stake their BOMB into veBOMB, they're going to be well rewarded for it. And we might even do surprise drops, right? Where it's we won't even say anything, just say, hey, everybody that's veBOMB, you just got all these tokens, right? the huge ones we'll probably announce in advance to give people time to get more veBOMB, but we'll do random ones too. So don't sleep on that veBOMB. I'm not a coward. I want more pools, more stake time, more earnings. I love the way you think and operate. I'm the same way. Okay, so I think we can jump into strategy now. And I kind of touched on a bunch of this stuff already, but let's just go over it real quick. Actually, I kind of already really covered this, just not directly. So strategy, I would say, is just, we want to really push people into veBOMB because the reason for that is it's, for one, paying the very best, and it gives you a great way to kind of just cycle rewards into other parts of the ecosystem. Everybody always wants to buy shares, right? B2 shares, but why buy the B2 share when you can get them for free, right? Just buy BOMB, get into veBOMB, build up that veBOMB position, keep extending that stake duration, and you're going to get great rewards, right? Like, I was going to show my account quick, but I mean, I think you guys saw earlier on my account, I had over 210 B2 shares sitting there for, just 5 days of rewards. And that's only on, a couple $1,000 worth of BOMB. To have like $900 worth of rewards on a couple $1,000 in 5 days is pretty insane. And that's, again, with B2 share being quite low right now. So, yes, I mean, this really the safe, but also probably the highest earning, if you just look at like starting from today to like a year from now, I think just getting heavy into veBOMB and compounding your B2 share rewards, whether that be to the boardroom or to any of the other aspects of the ecosystem, it's really it's very difficult to lose doing that. And, especially if we have a lot of people that do that smart strategy, that's going to push BOMB up beyond peg, which is going to make your reward token skyrocket, which benefits you as much as anybody else if you're a big veBOMB holder. There's always going to be people that are going to buy B2 shares and only buy B2 shares, and that's fine, right? Those people are the ones that get the reward token much higher value, right? So, it's beneficial for everybody when people are buying B2 shares, but it's also risky, right? Because, as soon as people hear, oh, B2 share can go back to $10,000, right? Our original share token on BOMB went to, I think, $12,000, $13,000. People want that 1000x or the 500x or whatever. The thing is, when everybody does that, the price of BOMB suffers, and then B2 share goes to $3, right? So the smart move and what's better for everybody is just to earn your B2 shares through BOMB and let the other guys that want to take the high risk, let them buy the B2 shares to increase the price. And it just benefits you because you're earning those every single day, right? So that's the strategy I recommend. I mean, there's a lot of strategies with the BOMB money protocol, but yeah, I think that pretty much covers the strategy I wanted to talk about. I think that is largely what I wanted to cover this AMA. Let's see. Great circle, mate. Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways to cycle, to compound within BOMB money. I'm a compounding machine. At least, the positions that I built up in the original BOMB from compounding were just absolutely insane. What is the target amount supply for mint stake to stop? I don't quite follow. Can you maybe rephrase that? Okay, if you're talking about like the boardroom printing, so when BOMB is under 1.01 here in the boardroom, there is no more BOMB minted, right? BOMB can only be minted when it's above 1.01. And again, the purpose of this is to keep BOMB right around that price, right? So at a 69,000 Bitcoin, that is a 6.9 cent BOMB at peg, right? So that's the price that BOMB is intended to stay at, which makes it, again, that's why it's such a great token to just stake into veBOMB, because it's not going to moon to $10. So it's not a token that you're going to need that you're going to say, oh, I wish I didn't stake it for a year because I want to withdraw it to sell it. No, it's not intended to go to $10, right? The market cap's going to go up because, we're going to keep having more BOMB minted as it's over peg, which is going to bring the market cap up. And of course, the price is higher when it's at peg. So, it's the market cap definitely can skyrocket, but the price of the actual token, it's unlikely for it to go like above like 2 or 3 peg, unless like everything went viral and went crazy. And, people it's possible for it to go higher, but because of how much BOMB we're going to mint when it's over peg, it's not going to stay higher forever, right? So I'm not sure if that's the question you were asking, but can you explain bond? Sure. So bond is one of the mechanisms we have for when we're below peg. It's a risky option, and it's one that I don't recommend newer users to get into. It's for more experienced guys. But with bonds, what you can do is, so the idea behind bonds is you buy BOMB when BOMB is below peg, like it is right now. I actually showed it right on that page. We're below peg right now. You buy BOMB and you would approve here, and you can see there's up to 190,000 bonds that can be purchased. What that means is, like, just say I buy 10,000 BOMB. I can then convert those 10,000 BOMB into bonds. And what that does is it burns my BOMB. And when it burns that BOMB, it gives me B bonds, right? And then when BOMB is over peg, depending on how much over peg it is, you can redeem those B bonds for BOMB, but you get a bonus, right? So like, it really depends on how much over peg. So it has to be over 1.1 to get a bonus, even though you can claim your bonds back to BOMB when it's over, I think, 1.01. But to actually get a bonus on that, it has to be over 1.1. And when BOMB is under peg, you can't do anything with your bonds. So that's why I say it's not really a great choice for newer users. Better to learn a bit more and have a good understanding of it, and then maybe think about getting some bonds. And one common misconception about bonds actually is that a lot of people think that, hey, just if I have BOMB already and I use that BOMB to get bonds, that's going to make everything better. But really, like, yeah, that does burn BOMB, because anytime that you buy bonds, it's burning BOMB. But unless you bought that BOMB to move the price up, I mean, whether that BOMB sits in your wallet or you burn it, it doesn't really impact the BOMB peg at all. So, yeah, I mean, obviously you can get bonds with BOMB that you already have, but then you're doing it really just to get that, that reward once it's over 1.1. And it's not really helping the protocol to get over peg. It's just, just burning some BOMB. Again, this is a really advanced concept. So, again, something I don't recommend new users to get into. And it's something where we've had a lot of people upset in the past because they got bonds and then they couldn't get out of it because it didn't go over peg right away. So, there's a lot of great things to do with BOMB that, probably better just to throw it into veBOMB. Any plans for, by the way, I hope that answered your question. And I don't really want to talk about bonds too much, but feel free to ask any other questions. Any plans for SuperBomb 2, maybe as airdrop for veBombers, or is that silly, or no plans for it? Actually, I didn't even think about that. That is actually a great idea, because so SuperBomb 2 is I'll just show people quick. I got to fix this. So this is an auto rebasing token. It's just it's something that we made kind of for fun. It's a fork of what's it called? Seifu, I think it was. So this is just like a kind of like a meme token. It's not like directly related to the BOMB money protocol. It's something that we made for fun, kind of. But it is real and legit, and it works exactly like Seifu. So it has like 400,000% APY over 1 year. Yeah, I mean, this is something fun. When we announced the first one back, in the first bull run, the price went wild. We haven't really put any marketing into this, but no, the treasury, the SuperBomb 2 treasury has a lot of SuperBombs. So yeah, that's actually a great idea, just to give veBOMB holders some extra tokens. Any way that we can benefit veBOMB holders is something that we want to do. So not a silly plan at all. I think we'll do that. Thanks for the suggestion. As far as I can see, we have 2 site app, BOMB Money and BOMB app. What are the differences? Great question. All right. I think you have to win one of the prizes. And actually, if any of my team guys can maybe figure out who else asked a great question, so I can figure out who's the winners, that'd be awesome. or I can do it if nobody else does. But so our two sites, this is the original site, app.bomb.money. This is our core protocol, right? So this is the inner workings of everything is right here at app.bomb.money. Right. So our farms here are, ways to earn with your LP pairs, and, the boardrooms here, which is like kind of like the real engine of the whole protocol. And, then some of our other main offerings like veBOMB, XBomb. So the main problem with this is it's really not user friendly for someone that's like brand new to crypto or that's not like experienced in crypto. So the purpose of the other one, bomb.app, is it's just really simple. We designed the user interface to be like very straightforward and only to have our offerings from the core bomb money protocol, but the offerings from there that we felt were best for new users. And actually, this was designed before veBOMB. And actually, it makes a lot of sense actually for us to add a page to this that's for veBOMB, so people can actually, access veBOMB from here with a nice interface. But essentially, so you have, we have, single staking BOMB and BTCB. And we have, this BOMB BTCB vault is using the exact same farm as this, but that's an auto compounding vault, right? So you can see the APY is higher here. It's 241%, because while it is using this is factoring in that this auto compounds for you, right? So because of the fact that it auto compounds, you earn more, right? Because like this one will earn more than 130% if you compound it yourself, but if you just leave your funds here, that's basically what you would earn based on the current rates. So, I guess to answer your question, this is a simpler, more user-friendly way to experience and get some of the best aspects of the BOMB protocol. But I think actually now that I was just talking about this, I think it makes sense to add veBOMB to this site as well. I know it can be kind of confusing because the domains are very similar, right? It's like bomb.app, and then the other one's app.bomb.money. To be honest, I just spent a lot of money on this domain and had to put it to good use. So, and it's a great domain. But hope that answers your question. Yeah, you had some great questions. I do want to pick the winners before we end the stream. And actually, we're coming up on 1 hour, on an hour right now. Let me just quickly look through these. And if anybody else has any questions in the meantime while I'm looking at this, let me know. Last time I couldn't attend, but wanted to remind you if you could explain V2 versus V3. We talked about it in TG. Yeah, I definitely could. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me just pick the winners and I'll go into that. Because I feel like I have a great way that I could explain like how V3 works. So I'll do that. Looking for the second other great question to win 500 BOMB. Kev T had a pretty good question here about diminishing. That's one of the candidates. Got a lot of great questions from Firkin. Oh, I missed this question. There's a great potential in Turkey. Will there be a Turkish option on the website, and what are your predictions for fiat? So as much as I understand the importance of having like internationalized sites, it's something that's a bit of a big undertaking. It's something that I definitely want to do, but I'm not sure we have the resources to do it at this point. But yeah, something that I'll definitely look into in the future. Like when we like redesign our DApp in the future, definitely take into consideration like having like 15, 20 languages and stuff like that to make it easier for people in other countries where English is not their preferred language. What are my predictions for fiat? It's going to 0. Crypto all the way. Okay, let me just skimming through these questions real quick. Okay, Kev T had another good question here about the B2 shares. Okay, I think I've seen enough. Our winners are going to be Furkin and Kev T. So if you guys want to just either shoot me or any of the admins your wallet address in Telegram, I'll get those 500 BOMB out to both of you guys. All right. Anybody that wants to stick around, I'm just going to kind of explain V3 liquidity and how it works and the difference between V3 liquidity and V2 liquidity. So not really at all related to what we're talking about today, but feel free to stick around. And if you do want to ask any other questions, feel free to ask at any time while we're still doing the AMA. So how's the best way to start this? I always watch these streams where guys are using like Excalibur. Let's see, I'm trying to use this for the first time. Where's dark mode? Okay, let's see if I can do this without being a total noob. Okay, so we got some V2 liquidity right here. You guys are very welcome. Thanks for the great questions, and thanks for attending the AMA. So let's start with V2 liquidity. So, I mean, and this also brings up the issue with V2 liquidity that V3 kind of addresses. So V2 liquidity, I mean, it was great when it was first, it still is great right now, but it has some kind of limitations in terms of very inefficient use of assets. Let me explain that. So if you have, actually, maybe it's not good to use a square. Maybe I should do a line. So let's say, let's talk about like Bitcoin and USD, let's say. So if you have a pool that's, BTCB plus USDT, let's say. In V2 liquidity, the price curve has to go from basically like BTC being worth 0 to BTC being worth infinite in terms of US dollars, right? So if BTC is at, sorry, I've never used this in my life, so I'm just trying to be cool. If BTC is at $69,000 right now, right in the middle here, and let's just say like, let's say there's, I don't know, 10 BTC in the pool. That means that there has to be, 10 times, there'd be 690,000 USDT in that pool, because the value of both assets in V2 have to always be equal. So the problem with this is that, I mean, this is great in a lot of ways, don't get me wrong. But the problem with this is the inefficient liquidity. So while BTC is trading between, say, 67,000 and 72 and back and forth, like you're only using a very, very small fraction of the liquidity, right? Like you have the liquidity covers the entire range from 0 to infinite, but the price is trading in this small range. So, if you hold 10% of the LP, like 1 Bitcoin and 69,000 USDT, you're earning trading fees on really just a very small fraction of those assets that are in the pool. I'm not sure how clear that is, but I think it's going to get a lot more clear when I look at V3. So with V3 liquidity, how do you scroll? Oh, middle mouse. I'm learning, guys. So with V3 liquidity, okay. With V3 liquidity, let's look at the exact same BTCB USDT. With V3, you have the option. So these lines here demonstrated like the actual liquidity that would be used, even though your liquidity is actually spread across this entire curve, right? But these lines are kind of misleading, so I'm going to get rid of them. Actually, let's just put a square there. All right. So in V3 liquidity, essentially what you're doing is, instead of having to be from 0 to infinity price, you decide what is your low price and what is your high price, right? So you can say, well, I want to put my liquidity in at, oops, at like, I don't know, like 65,000 minimum price, right? Up to like, I don't know, like 80,000 max price. So, sorry, I'm really looking like an amateur here. Okay. So when you set this range, this is basically saying that, so just say, well, okay, hold on a sec. So if, let's just say like Bitcoin, let's just pretend Bitcoin was at 72,500 just for demo purposes. If your range is 65,000 to 80,000 and Bitcoin is 72.5K, that means that you'd have half of your position in V3 would be Bitcoin, half would be USDT. But the difference between this and V2 is that instead of your extremes being 0 and infinity, now your ends of your liquidity is 65,000 and 80,000, which basically means that if Bitcoin trades in this range, a much greater percentage of your liquidity is being used and you're earning fees on that liquidity. And there's tons of other benefits beyond that. So for example, price stability, right? The amount of liquidity that you need in V2 to have a low price impact is like exponentially higher than what you need in V3 with some properly set price ranges, right? Like if you tighten this up a little bit, even to like, I don't know, like 70,000 and 75,000, now you've only got a 5,000 price range compared to an infinite price range. So all of your liquidity is stacked up in that small price range. Again, so you earn more fees, but also that gives other users a lot more tokens to be able to trade before the price moves, right? So like the price impact is like way, way lower for other users. So it basically benefits everybody. I mean, there's some additional risk to it though, because so, let's go back to V2 liquidity for a second. If let's just say the price of Bitcoin went to 0, let's say, for example, if you were in V2 liquidity with this and the price of Bitcoin goes to 0, that's what would basically have to happen for you to have in that situation, you would have a ton of Bitcoin in this pool and you'd have no USDT. It's like when your LP becomes all one-sided. With V3 liquidity, that happens a lot sooner, right? Because that instead of it being at 0 and infinity, now your marks are at 70 and 75,000. So as soon as the Bitcoin price goes below 70,000, then you're going to have all Bitcoin in your LP and 0 USDT, and you're going to stop earning fees once the price goes under 70,000. And the same thing is true the other way, right? So if Bitcoin goes over 75,000, then you're going to have all USDT in your LP pair and you're going to have no Bitcoin. So you got to keep that in mind when you set up your V3 liquidity. But, I don't know how clear that was about how all that works, but knowing how V3 liquidity works, so it lets you set up some pretty interesting strategies. You could almost I do this all the time. You can do limit trades kind of with V3 liquidity. If we look at this example here, let's just say, for example, I had 10 Bitcoin that I want to sell between I don't know, say I want to slowly sell my Bitcoin between 75,000 and 90,000, let's say. So if I set this up right now with a price of Bitcoin at 72,500, then my to create this LP that's out of the price range right now, it would be all Bitcoin, right? And yeah, all Bitcoin. And then as the price crossed into 75,000, that Bitcoin would slowly start converting to USDT. And once the price of Bitcoin was beyond 90,000, all of my pool would be USDT. So I wouldn't do something like this with Bitcoin. It doesn't make sense, but for other things, it can make sense. And it's also pretty cool because if you want to add liquidity to something and you don't have both tokens, again, if Bitcoin 72,500, and let's just say I only have Bitcoin, I don't have USDT, well, then I can set up my thing at 72,000 minimum price, 72,500, and the max can be whatever I feel like. And now I can make this with all Bitcoin, and all I need is the price to go up just slightly. And now all of a sudden I'm in the price range. So I'm not sure how well I explained all that. If you have any questions, let me know. It didn't come out quite as smoothly as I thought it would, but I think I kind of explained it well. On the bright side, I learned how to use Excalidraw slightly. Well, I guess I'll assume that that was a good explanation for you. I guess before I take off, any last questions? Or, I mean, if anybody wants me to explain any more about this, I don't mind. It's a bit clearer. Yeah. I mean, actually, I guess one way I could show you is like if you look at like Pancake Swap, just say you're adding liquidity to like BNB Cake, one of their popular pairs, you could actually see the liquidity here. Where if this was V2 liquidity, it'd be one smooth line right across it would be near the bottom, right? Because there's no way to have this high amount of liquidity without being able to concentrate it in a particular spot. So, that's why they don't even show a chart like this, because it would just be a straight line, right? So it's like flattening all of this down. It's almost like if it was water, right? It's like it just flattens all straight down, and it would just be a straight line at the bottom. So, basically in this area right now where Cake is trading at right now, there's a lot of liquidity there. But if this was V2, it's impossible to have that much liquidity there unless you have that much liquidity everywhere, which would take like, I don't know, 100 times more money, or probably a lot more than that. Probably a factor of 100 or something. But so yeah, it just basically lets you okay, here's a good way to look at it. So I just set this on full range. This is like V2, right? Minimum price 0, maximum price infinity, right? This is basically how V2 works. But if Cake is trading right here in the middle, then all of my money that's over here and all my money that's over here is not earning me fees, is not doing anything. So being able to put your liquidity right where the actual action is, it, for one, makes the liquidity a lot thicker, and it makes your capital work for you a lot better. I guess I could have zoomed in for that little demo. Aaron, do you still expect most of your long-term crypto gains to come from PHub? Yeah, nothing's changed there, really. I still hold a couple thousand PHub. And nothing's really changed there. I mean, I expect to do really well with BOMB as well, but BOMB doing well feeds into PHub anyway, so it's kind of like a dual benefit. One more on veBOMB. How are the rewards displayed as the veBOMB diminishes? Is it visualized to encourage maintaining 365 days staking? Okay, so let me just show you that. Basically, like, you'll notice, for one, like the rewards are going to be variable every day, right? Like if, yeah, sorry, real quick. Yeah, that was Pancake Swap, and that was the Cake token. So the rewards change based on like how much veBOMB you have and how much total veBOMB there is. The amount of total rewards every day is the same, right? It gets split between all the people that have veBOMB. So when this is going down every block, that means that, like, yeah, your rewards are going to go down, but like keep in mind everybody's veBOMB is going down unless they extend the date, right? So basically, like, the very best you can do is just to, as soon as you're able to extend the date, just re-put it to a year. And if other people aren't doing that, that's going to put you ahead of them. And if you're not doing that and other people are doing that, it's going to be better for them and worse for you, if that makes sense. Was one sentence, accidentally pressed send after Pancake. Nothing wrong with pancakes. Haven't had pancakes in a while. All right, guys, I'll give it another like minute or so to see if any other questions come in. And the winners, make sure you get your wallet addresses over to someone that's on the team or to myself. All right, guys, well, let's get that veBOMB pumping. We're already at almost 1.1 million staked there, and let's hit 2 million by next week. And you know what? 2 million veBOMB will be well on the way to BOMB being back to where it deserves to be, around 7+ cents. And it seems that the questions have dried up. So everybody, thank you very much for joining today. We had a great turnout. We've got 129 people watching right now, 117 on Twitter, 11 on YouTube, and 1 on Twitch. Let's go. All right. Have a great day, everyone, and see you guys in the communities. And bomb on.